In Leon, I heard your fates falling, your trial and my corrections made. You have all the prayers of mortal soul. You have all the prayers of
Each year, the young pharmacy student begins his or her education by embarking on a 4-year journey that aims to provide him or her with the knowledge and expertise required to become a competent and confident pharmacist. The student spends countless hours in the classroom and study hall reviewing information about drugs and pharmaceutical care. However, there are some aspects of pharmacy that simply cannot be taught effectively in a textbook. Skills such as interacting with real patients and collaborating with other health providers, compounding and dispensing, patient care, and professional conduct are but a few of the skills that are best taught in real practical settings. Therefore, as part of his or her training, each student participates in a series of structured practical experience internships in which they work alongside real pharmacists in the community or hospital, where they are taught the practice of pharmacy in a hands-on process. The young student enters the pharmacy for the first time, hopeful and excited for what wonders lie ahead. The pharmacy is an unfamiliar landscape for many students who, for the first time, are surrounded by tasks and roles that will test their classroom knowledge to the utmost degree. Some students, reflecting on their experiences, report that they felt rather unprepared for this moment, and the experience has sometimes been described as overwhelming. Some students may become frantic and feel a sense of anxiety and fear when they are faced with new experiences. Compounding tasks are particularly difficult for some students, as the process requires a certain level of intricate delicacy that is learned only through repetition and practice. Some have referred to compounding as a gentle art, because of the general finesse that is undertaken when preparing products. Students may forget the importance of behaving professionally when in the dispensary, including respectful communication with patients and appropriate behavior when representing the specific pharmacy and the profession at large. The process of counseling patients on medications can prove to be challenging for some students. Some products require dexterity and skill to administer properly, techniques that must be carefully described to patients in order to ensure safe and effective use of medications. Why, with all of these challenges and hurdles continuously bombarding the young student, it is possible for the stress to overcome the student, leaving him or her feeling hopeless and lost. Sometimes, strong emotions surface in these young students as they realize just what they are truly made of. So, you may ask, how exactly does a student hope to succeed in this demanding and sometimes discouraging practice? With so many repeated failures, how does the student bear to continue onward? Who, I ask, will be there to help the poor student? Who will stand up for the student and guide him or her through the storm? There is but one, the great illustrious Preceptor, the selfless soul who single-handedly stands tall to support the wavering student in their darkest of hours. The one who offers consolation when a student feels inadequate. The one who understands what it feels like to be in the shoes of a student. The one who calmly addresses the student's concerns and helps to develop an environment that fosters learning, strengthens all areas of a student's skill set, and does so in a non-judgmental and constructive environment. The one who assists the student when it is necessary, the one who collaborates with students and creates a collegial environment that promotes the skills necessary to build strong professional relationships with your colleagues and with other health professionals. The one who calmly approaches a student when they've made a mistake or when they feel overwhelmed and does not reprimand or judge, but instead uses the opportunity to create a learning experience that the student is likely to remember for the rest of their days. The one and only, the one who promotes professionalism on all fronts.
So, like, the sugar in your blood, it's like kind of important to like keep track of and make sure for like blood vessels or something.
Freeze frame. As you see here, our intern is trying to do a consult, and they don't know exactly what's going on. And as you can see, there's a number of different things going wrong with Evan, such as the Tommy Bahama shirt, the sunglasses, and the hat. We want to first remove the hat, remove the sunglasses. We want him in a nice shirt, so we're going to remove this. And shorts are definitely inappropriate. And there we go, a new and improved intern.
So, like I was saying with the blood glucose monitoring, it's really important to prevent macro and microvascular complications to make sure that you're protecting your kidneys, eyes, hands and feet, and just making sure that everything is up.
The preceptor who is not afraid to be honest and open with the students at all times. Never sugarcoating anything, but ensuring that the student understands the gravity and importance of their role in caring for patients. The preceptor who is willing to correct a student, willing to tell a student when they've made a mistake, and also willing to allow open criticism of themselves as well. Overall, you see now how the preceptor is an essential component of the successful training of young pharmacy students, who is largely responsible for producing confident, competent, and successful pharmacists. The preceptor leads a humble life, constantly giving back to the profession and making lasting impacts on the lives of young students as they enter the profession. No one person holds a sweeter place in the heart of a young student than that preceptor who helped mold them into the professional that they have become today.
When I think back to my first rotation, I was terrified. Having never set foot in a pharmacy before, everything was new and completely unfamiliar to me. And you're so worried because there's real patients who are there, and then you're worried because real people's health are on the line here. But the preceptors were always there to kind of guide you through whatever you encountered. They're good at letting you have some reign of your own, and as you became comfortable, you were able to try new things, and through repetition and practice, just became more comfortable, more confident, and I feel like I owe it all to my preceptors. I'm a totally different man today, thanks to their direction. And
just having that preceptor there, he treated me like an equal and helped foster my learning. He didn't baby me, he didn't babysit me or anything like that. He kind of let me to my own devices, but he was always there when I needed him, and that was very appreciated. Giving you that freedom to learn on your own while also having that safety net is just a great way to learn.
Met many people, and that's something you don't know about. It's also a networking opportunity. These are your preceptors, but they're also your future employers. They're also your future friends, their future colleagues. And by getting out there in the world and meeting all these people, you get to see them and you get to interact with them and see how they do things, and how we as a group and how a pharmacy community interact with each other.
Not everything you can learn about pharmacy you can learn in a classroom. You really need that practical experience, getting out there to feel comfortable, and that's where I feel the SPET program really shines. Just want to say thank you to all my preceptors and all the preceptors out there. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much to all of the preceptors that I had the pleasure of interacting with. I cannot thank you enough for everything you've done for me. Cheers.
Yeah, I just wanted to say thank you for giving us the opportunity to work alongside you. It's been such a privilege, and thank you for trusting us and making us step out of our comfort zones in order to learn And thank you for believing in us all the time, even when we didn't believe in ourselves sometimes.
Thank you.
Didn't I, my dear?